Hello everyone, welcome to our AR3 Football demonstration. We hope you enjoy learning all the features of this simple, intuitive, turnkey solution that adds augmented reality graphics to a football match in a matter of minutes. With AR3 Football, you can add augmented reality into live football matches and create a more appealing and entertaining experience for fans. Let's begin by introducing you to this system. On my left, you can see that I have two virtual screens. The first virtual screen will show the interface of AR3 Football. The further away screen will show the output that will be your program signal that will be mixed in the mixing table. So right now, we are seeing the main interface of AR3. You can see that we have currently 3 cameras on the left side, and all of them are being tracked. AR3 works with up to 3 cameras, okay? And we have an embedded system for calibration. And this calibration will automatically calibrate both the position and the lens distortion parameters for you. We also have a chroma keyer, which will make that your graphics don't be drawn above the players, but above the green, the grass, and under them. We also support integration with other rendering engines, so you can have AR3 Football exporting the tracking parameters to an outside engine and then use that external rendering engine to show all your complex 3D graphics the way you want to design them. The first piece of the application that I'm going to show you is the calibration. For the calibration, we come to the lower left side of the interface and press camera calibration. You can see at the top that for each one of the 3 cameras, we have a set of poses in which you have to take the poses beforehand, before the match starts. So the first camera, that's the left offside camera, has these ones on top. You have the master, and then the right offside line has the inverted poses of the left one. You can see that in the left one, we already have all the pictures taken beforehand, and in the master, the same thing. The only difference right now is that the left master is already correctly calibrated, and you can see this by the red lines being drawn above the white lines in the green field, while the master camera still doesn't have that calibration done. And now this is what I'm going to show you, how to calibrate a camera in AR3. You can see that in the master camera, we already have all the snapshots taken. So the first step will be to try to automatically find the calibration parameters for each one of these images. For that, you come here and press Detect Field Lines. It takes a couple of seconds, as you can see, and it already correctly identified all the lines of the field for most images. And you can see that, unfortunately, the last image is incorrect, but we were able to correctly solve 7 of the 8th. So what we can do now is to manually tweak the 8th image in order for it to be correctly calibrated. For that, I'll go to the right upper side of the interface and press Select Field Points manually. Now, what you have to do is to match a bunch of points on the image with a set of points in the lower left map. So I'll start by picking this point. I go to the match and select it there. Now this one, there. Now this one. You need at least 4 points for this to work, but anything from 4 to 6 is ideal for this scenario. And now, if I right-click it and press Detect Field Lines, you will see that we were able to correctly identify the pitch in this image. So right now, the only thing that we need to do is to press Calibrate Camera, sorry, and it will automatically calculate all the parameters in order for you to have the tracking calibrated for all the poses that will appear in the game. You can see that it already ended, so let's just save the cameras. And if I leave the calibration menu and return to live mode, and if I press the start tracking button on the master camera, you will now see that we will be able to show the lines of the tracking for this master camera. So right now, you can do any 2D graphics that AR3 supports, and you can do it for any of the 3 cameras. So let me just start by putting the right camera as well with tracking. And now you can see that all the 3 cameras are tracking the exact same video. Okay. The second feature that I'm going to show you right now is the ability to render 2D simple graphics on your pitch. So the first tool of graphics that I'm going to show you is our virtual carpets. With this tool, you can display any 2D images or text. So right now, I've already prepared some logos of our event, but as you can see, something looks a little bit off because the images are being drawn over the players. So we have a really quick fix for this. That's called our Chroma key. And for that, you go to the upper right button called Chroma Tool. And the only thing that you need to do is just select an area of green. And as simple as that. Now, the only thing that you need to confirm is to send this chroma to all the cameras. Are you sure? Yes. And now, as you can see, our virtual carpets are being drawn under the players and above the grass. And now, if you want to send this to the output, the only thing that you need to do is to press the play button on the top. And when you do it, you see that the graphics are being displayed on the program output. And now, if I switch between cameras, you can see that it's correctly being tracked in all of them. The second graphics that I'm going to show you is the offside line. To display an offside line, you'll press the first button on the top left of your screen. Then you have the scroll bar on the bottom, where you can move to the point where the offside will happen. And you can see that the pass that causes the offside line happens around here. So now we'll pick the position of the last defender. Okay, confirm our action by selecting the check mark. And now if we switch to our program output, when I press this play button, you'll see that this clip will play around 5 seconds before, and then it will show you the offside. You can see now here is the pass, and there is the line where the defender is. Okay. In case you want to show this offside line later in the game, it's good for you to know that all the events that AR3 is capable of doing automatically save video clips that you can then play further in the game. So you will see that it was saying saving clip around here. And then if I go to the list of clips here on Open Clip Manager, you will see that we have this clip of the offside line that we just did. Okay, and then exactly the same thing, we can select when to start the clip, because here is where the pass happens. We can select the start of it, and then if you check your output, when I press play, it will play again. So you can easily replay any of the events that happen during the game at any stage. The other type of graphics that I'm going to show you is the free kick line. You can see that right now a free kick will happen. It has just been called by the referee. So let's now show you where the arrow of the free kick and the radar is. So for that, we'll select the free kick tool, the second button of the top. And with the mouse, you'll just select the position where the ball is. You can see that right from here, the ball is around 31.2 meters away from the goal. And that radar line is the line where the barrier should be. Here on top, you have several options to send these graphics on air, to show only the arrow, the barrier, or both. So I'm going to show you both. And if you switch to the program, you'll see that it's correctly working for all the cameras. So let's imagine that you don't like the graphics that you are currently seeing on the screen. Fortunately, we have our own scene editor built in with AR3. And with that, you can change all of the appearances of any graphics that we can show to you. Let's see how to do it. In order to edit your graphics, you just have to open the scene editor. For that, you'll click the lower left button on the first menu that opens when you launch AR3. When you click it, then you just have to select from the list which template you want to use and press Load Project. Now, right now, what we can see right here is a simulator of a football pitch. So what this allows us to do is to play any virtual event, to tweak it and see it live changing, so you can then save it and play on a live match. So let's try to change the look and feel of our free kick. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to replace the background image where the text is. For that, I just have to select the texture that I want to use. Right now I'm going to use this one. It automatically changed, and now what I have to do is to position the text above the blue background. So right now you can see that it correctly matches the new image that we selected, and if you want, you can also see how it will look if you change this graphic from the left, middle, or right. And right now you can see that on the left it's hiding a little bit of the image. So what we need to do is on the position left, move it a little bit to the right, so it shows entirely. And right now it's correctly working for all the three positions. Another thing that we can do is, for instance, change the color of the free kick arrow. And for that, we'll scroll to the free kick, arrow body, and arrow head, and change its color to black. And it's as easy as this. With just a couple of clicks, you are able to change the entire look and feel of your graphics. So now we just have to save, and let's see how it looks on a live match. Okay, so now we are already inside the game again. So let's see how the new free kick arrow looks. Let's just simulate a free kick, doesn't need to be a real one. So I'll select the free kick tool, press it, and now you can see that the arrow has changed, as well as the background for the text. So now if I send this event on air, you will see that it correctly plays with the new graphics. Okay, so the last type of graphics that I'm going to show you is the ball speed. So here currently we have a penalty kick that is hopefully going to be scored by Benfica. Let's just wait until it happens. And it's a goal, great. Let's measure how fast the ball went. For that, we'll press the ball speed menu, scroll to the beginning of the kick, around here, around here, and place the mouse there on the first position. Then we switch to the hand position, scroll again until the ball intersects the goal line around here. And we can see that it was a shot at over 100 kilometers per hour. Great. But we can still play it on the program output. So for that, it's similar to the offside line. You can choose what the beginning of the play will be, and then when we are ready, just press the play button, and then in the program output, we can see that when the shot happens, the speed of the goal shows. So over a 100 kilometer per hour goal. That's great. So to finalize my presentation, I'm going to show you how we can integrate the tracking of AR3 with an external engine. In our case, we are going to use our own R3 rendering engine and show you some demos of some former graphics that we used. So welcome to our AR3 designer. In our designer, you can design all kinds of graphics that you want, any type of infographics, 2D overlays, 3D complex animations. So right now we are going to show you the integration of R3 engine with our own AR3 Football. As you can see, we are already receiving the tracking data, and we already have a complex 3D geometry with dynamic content. But if you look closely right now, you can see that the tracking is not well defined. Not the tracking, sorry, the delay. The delay is not correctly defined. So you can see that the virtual graphics is moving a little bit over the top of the screen. But fortunately, and thanks to our strong integration with AR3, it's very easy to fix this delay. You don't need to do it manually. It's just a matter of pressing one button, and it will work like magic. Check this out. You come to the tools and then to tracking console. You can see that we are already receiving data from AR3, okay? And it's just a matter of pressing this button here, resync with AR3. When you press it, now the graphics are glued just like magic, okay? This is everything you need to do to be able to have the data, the tracking data completely synchronized with, between AR3 and R3. And this is just a demonstration of 2D to 3D infographics, but we can also show you some more complex 3D animation, for instance, a cup trophy. Check this out. Just like magic, a 3D beautiful cup appears just from the center of the pitch. This is the power of the R3 rendering engine. And this engine, joined with the AR3 Football tracking, allows you to create the most beautiful graphics that you want, tracked perfectly. And to finish my presentation, I'm going to show you how you can have virtual crowds on a football stadium. So, as you can see right now, we have a completely empty stadium. So one of the features that we implemented this year is the ability to have virtual crowds. And as you can see, the real stadium with the virtual crowd, and this is what was implemented here in Portugal and was implemented as well in Spain for La Liga. And to finish my presentation, other thing that you can do with the power of AR3 and R3 Designer and Engine is a virtual stadium. This project was implemented for the Canada Football Premiership, and you can see there was no stadium at all. So we have to build a virtual stadium from the ground up, and once again, with the tracking abilities of AR3 and with the rendering power of R3 engine, magic happens. So thank you very much for checking my presentation. Hope to see you next time. Thank you.